Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the September 21st, 2025 solar eclipse in Virgo, part 4 of 4. And in this segment, I'm going to be talking about the transit's possible impact on the zodiac signs Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And yes, it does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant for all zodiac signs. Now, for Libra, well, the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. First of all, keep in mind, this is going to be, it could be similar to what we had with that new moon in Virgo about a month ago, but keep in mind that this energy could be very amplified and intensified and very pronounced at this time. So again, for Virgo, the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, in some cases, though, this is, generally, new moon solar eclipses can be very auspicious, but it could be like a Virgo hidden adversary, like the start of one at this time, or the beginning of actually, using more discernment, to see who's one's true friends are, and being able to detect people that are hidden enemies, those that are posing as friends. And this could be something that is really might not sound overly significant on the surface, but may be of importance because this is a solar eclipse we're talking about. And this could be a time to keep in mind solar eclipses can be extremely introspective. So for Libra, it may be something, since we're talking about the 12th house, it could be an extremely introspective, start for Libra. And it may be doing something Virgo related in solitude and seclusion, maybe, doing something with analysis, or something with compiling data. Maybe it has something to do with cleaning over on the night. Sorry about the thunderclasp in the background. That's my neighbor below closing the door, I think. But anyway, it could also be, the start of, where one shows more concern, that worry, so to speak, of Virgo, regarding one's mental health, at this time. And, in some cases, could it be the beginning of a clandestine relationship with a Virgo, sun, moon, or ascendant person? Well, in some cases, it may be, could be with somebody that actually has a Virgo, sun, moon, or ascendant, sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply embodies the characteristics of the sign. Can be somebody, that's very scrupulous, proper, meticulous, timely with things, organized, systematic, and methodical. But I think it's more of the time, it's really could be strongly about really being more concerned and having that worry, so to speak, regarding the mental health of the person at the, during this time. And again, very impactful since we're talking about a solar eclipse. Now for Scorpio, the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So this could be the embarking on, some like goal or aspiration that's Virgo related. It could be a time where, Scorpio, maybe, starting something connected, with statistics or analytics or something with health, fitness, or nutrition. And this is something, and it might even be a health or fitness goal for the person at this time. And given that we're talking about a solar eclipse disk, you're talking about solar eclipse, the effects could last up to roughly 6 months, but I think they could be life altering as well. And as I stated in the previous video, I had something happened with me back in 1994. When we had, there was a solar eclipse, I believe it was in May of 1994, and it was very, it wasn't just a 6-month deal. This was something that affected me really, it was a turning point, for the rest of my life is what I could say. Now, also, too, it could be for Scorpio the beginning of systematically and methodically going after one's future. And, it's the start of, could be analyzing one's friendships. Are they really healthy, so to speak, for the person? If this is, something where these people have been to one's detriment, this could be a time where, Scorpio may say, okay, enough is enough. Okay, we got to do something about this, and I got to clean this out and actually start having more, healthy type connections as far as friends go, and even acquaintances. So, and for Sagittarius, the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So this could be the beginning of a Virgo-related career for Sagittarius, which could be, again, very impactful, very sustained, could last up to 6 months, could even be life-altering. This could be, starting something, could be with, cabinet making, or something with analytics, statistics. It could be some field, with health, such as a dietitian or nutritionist, something as a statistician or some kind of systems analyst. This could be a time too for Sagittarius where, he or she may begin to really try to analyze where the person's at in their life, the stature in life, and social status. And the fact that this is a solar eclipse, it could be of major importance at this time. This is a turning point where maybe Sagittarius, if he or she is unhappy with where he or she is in their life, this is the time where the person may do something about this, and it could have life-altering implications. Now, also, too, this could be the start of embracing, Virgo qualities that may be difficult to suppress, such as, being scrupulous, timely, punctual, proper, systematic, methodical, being punctilious with details, being analytical, as some examples. Now, also, too, going to Capricorn, the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So this could be the beginning of some, philosophy that's connected with the zodiac sign Virgo, about having more of a healthy type philosophy. Maybe it is connected with, health and fitness, or, being, working out vigorously every day, as an example. Maybe it's pondering more, being introspective about a philosophy where maybe there was a lot of frugality, or there was too much worry about doing things. And there also may be, given the solar eclipse is exceptionally introspective, it could be being very introspective regarding the belief system that Capricorn has. And it could also be the start of some Virgo-related higher education course that could be life-altering. This could be, could be doing something, studying, be a computer programmer or a systems analyst, or doing something as a dietitian or nutritionist, or some kind of healthcare physician, as some examples. And also, too, this could be like the beginning or planning stage of, and could be embarking on, some kind of, it could be a frugal Virgo long distance journey, or, might be, doing some work or employment that is in a foreign country at this time, or work that could be 9th house related. Remember, Virgo is the sign connected with work and employment. It might be, with 9th houses connected, with sports or the outdoors, or doing something with philosophy, religion, higher education, publishing, or advertising, as some examples. And again, the fact this is a solar eclipse in contrast to a regular new moon, this could be something that could have life-altering implications. Now, for Aquarius, the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So it could be the beginning of, it could be, the start in some cases of just, having a healthier, sexual, life. If Aquarius has been, somewhat, reckless and, regarding sexual matters, this could be a time where the person may be, really about having a little more worry and concern in those matters. And it could also be, in some cases, maybe the start of analyzing one's psychological state. It may be, maybe there is the beginning of more analytical, psychology or the occult, which includes astrology, beginning some interest in this And, the fact of, this could be a very strong period for just starting to analyze, again, one's sexual life and possible psychological issues in some instances. And the fact that, again, this is a solar eclipse in contrast to a regular new moon, this could have very life altering, type implications. And the thing is, and be something that's very sustained. Again, could be, solar, eclipses in astrology can last up to like 6 months, but again, I think it could be, have life altering, implications, in terms of, a lot of times the person's outlook, and, also too, this could be something too, where the beginning of it could be, a health-related transformation that begins at this time as well, for Aquarius, or some work employment that is 8th house related. And, that could include, the occult, which includes astrology, or doing something with insurance, or tax examination, embalming, something with investigation, or forensics as some examples. Now, for Pisces, the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So for Pisces, this could really just simply be about the beginning period of simply paying attention to details more in relationships at this time. It could be, being able to try to decipher, like motives and intentions of others. Pisces, has a tendency, sadly, to be gullible, more, they're most impressionable, I think, of all the zodiac signs. So this could be a very strong period of discernment for Pisces in terms of their connections. And also, it could be the start of some Virgo-related partnership, or even significant other situation. A partnership, maybe something with health or nutrition, I'm talking about like a business partnership, where you have collaboration. It might be, again, something with nutrition or diet or fitness, something with sanitation, cleaning, analytics. It could be something that has to do with compiling data, maybe something with cabinets, cabinet making or construction, as cabinet construction, as some examples. And also too, 7th house is also competition. So this could be the start of doing something, that's Virgo related. As far as competition goes, could it be something with, something intellectual or cerebral, such as like chess? That could be an example. Maybe it is something with cleaning, or has to do with organization, something, again, that requires very strong, mental agility, as some examples, being able to, analyze, things. So it's really, and really, another thing about this too, even though, again, that, new moon solar eclipses would generally be auspicious, some cases, this may be the beginning of some kind of, Virgo-related open adversary, because 7th house is connected with open enemies. It could be somebody that actually is a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply embodies the traits of the sign. It might be somebody, that's actually, very scrupulous and, ethical and systematic, methodical, analytical, but could be very pedantic, critical, cynical, and judgmental as well. And, this is very, could be of major importance, since we are talking about a solar eclipse in contrast to a regular new moon. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.